It's Christmas time. Oh, hello, everybody. I'm Chris Smith, and today I'm here to review Hadestown, the hit musical, which is playing at the Ahmanson Theatre in beautiful Los Angeles, California. And, you know, if I'm to be honest, when Hadestown first came out on Broadway, I was really obsessed with the prom that year. And Hadestown seemed like one of those really arty shows that's like, look at me, I'm Hamilton. And though I enjoyed Hamilton, as you know. And so I never. What's funny is I bought the cast recording of Hadestown during the Great Pandemic, and I never played it. And I don't know why, because what else did I have to do all that time? I didn't have new theater. Why was I being so resistant? Well, so, Hadestown was nominated for 14 Tony Awards. It won 8 that year in 2019. And I'm like, oh, it's one of those shows that just swallows up everything and gets everything that it wants. So when I went to it, I was anxious to see it, of course, but I sort of had the attitude like, And when it started, they're introducing everybody as they come out, and the audience is going wild for each character. And I'm thinking, this show thinks its shit doesn't stink. And by the second song, I was like, oh my God, I love this show. So my apologies to Hadestown for resisting for so long. What was I thinking? Now, in case you're wondering, Hadestown is based on the Greek myth of Orpheus and Eurydice. If you love the myths like, Hades and Zeus and people like that, or gods like that. I always loved all that stuff, Medusa and Perseus and all of that. And I'd heard about Orpheus and Eurydice. Orpheus followed the woman he loved to hell to try and rescue her. And so I knew a little bit about it, but not too much. And this production is, it is amazing. Now, it has music by Anais Mitchell, lyrics by Anais Mitchell, and book by Anais Mitchell. I always considered a person like that, who does everything themselves, to be difficult to work with. But Jonathan Larson did the book, music, and lyrics, so there you have it. We were never allowed to do that when I went to New Musicals, Inc. They always wanted you to have some collaborator, which I always thought led to trouble. So they had productions in 2006, 2007. They did, so these were like early productions. Then they were off Broadway in 2016. Went to in 2019 they went to Broadway, and the 2021 U.S. National Tour started when theater reopened. So this show has been around for a little while. It's not just an overnight sensation. Now, here are some pictures from it. It concerns Hades and his wife Persephone, who live in Hadestown. Down below, there's Hermes. He's sort of like our narrator, and he has a young charge under him who's taken under his wings, who is Orpheus. And Orpheus falls for this poor girl named Eurydice. Now, I must say, I went shopping while I was there. I bought the bag for only $5 extra. Of course, I got the program. This is different from the program that comes with the show, of course. This is one of those nice little programs. Now, what's fun is it has an insert with the touring cast, and some black and white pictures on the back. But the book is the original cast which I appreciate too, because there's Andre DeShields and, of course, Reeve Carney playing Orpheus, and Amber Gray playing Persephone, and, you know, the whole gang. The Fates. There's the Fates that are sort of like the, you know, I can't even describe them, but they're always there singing in the back of your head. A nice Mitchell. This show, yes, and it even has the swinging lights that you saw on the Tony Awards. When I saw that number, I'm like, what is this show about? And I love those swinging lights. But, Eurydice. But, yeah, I loved the staging. It's directed by Rachel Shavkin. The choreography is by David Newman. Yes, I can't say enough about it. But yes, so I bought the program. I already had the cast recording. I finally listened to it after I saw the show. I bought the magnet for my magnet collection. And, oh, and here's the thing that came in the mail now. This is Orpheus and Eurydice. And what's fun is they sort of did a little bit opposite casting on the touring production. Like Levi Christ is playing Hermes, and that was the role that on Broadway was played by Andre DeShields. And who else is in the cast here? Let me tell you. So we have Nicholas Barash as Orpheus. There. We have Morgan Siobhan Green as Eurydice. Levi Christ, as I said, as Hermes. Kimberly Marable is Persephone. And Kevin Morrow is playing Hades. And then they have the Fates. And they have the workers who are working in the underworld. And yes, so there's that. This came in the mail. I'll cover up my address so you can't see where I live and then come and kill me. But that is Hades and Persephone. And she stays half the year down in Hell, or Hadestown, with her husband Hades. And then during that time, it's sort of winter, and it's colder and darker in the world. And then when she comes up to the world, the spring comes and the flowers. She's said to travel by the train with a suitcase full of spring and full of flowers. And Orpheus is writing a song that will bring, because she hasn't been back in a while, so he's writing a song that will bring springtime back and bring Persephone back to the earth. And yes, so it won the 8 Tony Awards. I'm going to tell you now. It won for Best Musical in 2019, Best Original Score, a nice Mitchell, Best Performance by a leading, Best Performance by an actor in a leading role. Is that right? Yes, for Andre DeShields. It won for Scenic Design. It won for Lighting Design. It won for Sound Design. Best Direction by Rachel Shavkin. And Best Orchestrations. So, 8 Tony Awards is very good. And it's currently on its national tour. It's at Los Angeles right now until May 29th. So you have some time to go and see this. Then it's moving to San Diego, May 31st to June 5th. Then on to San Francisco at the Orpheum Theatre, June 7th through July 3rd. Then up to Spokane, Washington, July 5th to July 10th. Oh, what a short stay. and then Seattle, Washington. So go online and you can find all of these towns and dates. And you can feel free to pause this. You can go to the site for Hadestown, to their official website. It'll have all this information. But I just like to do a civic service because I want to help the world one theater at a time. So they've already got their dates set all the way to Washington, D.C., June 6th to June 11th, 2023 at the National Theater. Why is that such a short run in Washington, D.C.? I guess because it's so close to New York. So, yes, my apologies again to Hadestown, because I must say I loved it. Oh, I didn't show you the inside of the... Here's some more. Oh, and there's a little story from the underworld to the city of angels, the journey of Hadestown, from song to stage. And they have, forgive the glare on these pages. Inside the program. Pause to see your name or the name of your friends. Here's the entire company. And then they have a who's who in Greek mythology, which is nice if you so chose. Oh, so the Fates are the three goddesses who together determined the destinies of mortals, measuring their lifespans and apportioning their suffering. And then, of course, they have the chorus. In ancient Greek theater, the chorus sang, spoke, and danced in unison, often representing the voice of the citizens. The chorus commented on the actions of the characters and served as an emotional conduit for the audience. So, yes, in musical numbers, I do love a program. So, if you get a chance to go see Hadestown, I do highly recommend it. And guess who else recommends it? Me, Lucius Lupone-Brimstone. Oh, hello, Lucius. You know, Lucius is from Hadestown. Aren't you, Lucius?
Yes, I'm sorry I had to go away for a second because look who I saw coming.
Oh, yes, it was none other than Blackie Humphrey.
Hello, Blackie. Yes, I'm from Hadestown, and I can tell you it's a lot hotter down there than it is in the show.
Well, yes, they have to keep the air conditioning going to keep those old people in the audience from fainting. It's true. So, okay, everyone, rush out at one of those towns or even in Los Angeles and see Hadestown. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.